AFK. Make it stop.
The Emperor. Toys R Us exclusive. I don't see those that you rarely see those.
They've been playing the Apes PS1 game.
They were back to you last year.
Oh wow. I think a lot of stuff.
Is that the last Jedi, Woody? Fourth week.
Recording. So here we have the Shogun Warrior Godzilla, and then we have the Rodan, and then these are both by Mattel, and then over here we have the Kenner Alien from '79. These are all three of these would be on my my top 10 toys ever, and also the 3 of the top 10 toys I've always wanted and never had. The figures from Willow, they had a very limited release, but they were all metal, so they're more like figurines. But I've never seen anybody other than Willow, so it's neat to see all the different characters that they actually had. I don't see a Mad Mardigan, so it looks like the one they don't have.
They have a release out of the box too.
There's Mad Mardigan, he's actually in the box. I don't even know how to react to that. This obviously is from the Mark Wahlberg movie, I'm guessing. Damn you, Evan. I might have to play this now. I still have my PlayStation. That's really weird. So here we have one of the Hawk play sets from the original Kenner line. So this actually goes on here, like that, and then this flips up, and then you could like turn this, and this makes this explode. This pops up.
Cool.
And this has a door here. You put a guy in there. All very, very cool. Here's an original. So for Star Wars people, this is just nuts. This is an original Ewok. Tell me you got that.
Yep.
Let's talk about the laser
Good deal.
rifle.
No, let's go to that. So here for $100, this was the This was the Rebel rifle.
Okay.
That you would get now. Okay, so you think it's just a toy, right? It's just a laser gun. It's got a scope. Got a little bit. It's actually
It's a case.
It's a carrying case. Yeah. So if we open this up, I'm looking for the other latch. I never had this. Here it is. Never had this.
One in the back.
There's one in the back too.
No, you got it.
Oh, right here. There's like, oh wow, there's like, yeah.
5.
So there's the hint. So here, nice shape, really cool. Nope, there it is. I was gonna say, where's the little thing to put your guns? There. So just a couple of the names out. And my problem with these was, whenever you had this part, you always had to stick like a Jawa or a droid in there. But like a guy like here, like Rancor Keeper, that's where you want to put the Rancor Keeper, the bigger spots. But this was one of those toys that I think got heavily played with, but not as a carrying case, but more as a rifle. So,
out of everything we've seen, this one is very rare.
yeah, you don't see this often. Here we have a original Ewok figure. That's
blue one there?
very, very cool. Right. So here around him, you see the original Ewoks that came in the Return of the Jedi line, but this is actually from the cartoon series. Here is the blue Snaggletooth. So that's one of the rarest Star Wars figures that you can find. It's also very highly sought after. As you can see in the back, there's the A-Wing pilot. Very rare. That's hard to find.
Which one?
The A-Wing pilot. He's actually behind the Imperial gunner. This is Anakin Skywalker right here. Now in the States, in the U.S., he was a male-only figure. You had a male away for him, but he was released overseas as a regular figure. So if you ever find one carded, it's from Europe. So it's very, very different. And then here we have some customs, which are actually really, really cool. So that's, you don't see that too often in a toy store where they actually have some customs. And then in the back, behind Lando, is another really cool rare figure, is Amanda Man. So that's another really neat one.
So what?
It's hard to... Amanda Man. That is a rare Return of the Jedi figure. Again, not really produced. It's like a big leech with arms. Now, this is something you're not going to see too often. You see, there's another blue Snaggletooth, but that's actually the play set in which you got the blue Snaggletooth with through the Sears collection. So if you bought the Sears cardboard cutout, that's the figure you got. So we even have mini rigs down here too. Mini rigs, I'm guessing at this price, this is why they're in their box. So these were lower price point vehicles. If a kid couldn't afford the Millennium Falcon, the X-Wing at $19, $20, $30, these were all like $6.99, $7.99 toys that they could buy. But they're really, I mean, to get them in the box, that's really, really cool. And then here's the Ewok battle ram. That's also something that you wouldn't see too often. This one looks in really good shape. Got all the little strings and stuff attached to it. They sort of re-released this, a little repurposed toy with Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. So this was also... So these were the original carrying cases. Before these started coming out, you got them like this. So it's like a little briefcase. So the neat thing about this was, Evan, that, let's see if this one has it. The originals do. Yeah, they have it. You flip this over, you got a stand for your figures. So you could put them up like this. So you had 3 or 4 of these. You could actually have like a little like Death Star like bridge or something that you wanted to do, or an Imperial command center. Here's the Ewok. Yeah, it's in there. This is the Ewok Adventure set. They also repurposed this for Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Now these were neat. So if you couldn't, before they came out with the actual toy of the Walker, you'd get these cardboard cutouts. And so it just basically was a little plastic thing at the bottom, and then you could move the figures around. And they started that originally with the Land of the Jawas set. So here you got a cardboard Jawa crawler, and then there's all these droids, and then you even got the escape pod. So you could really do a lot of the movie with this toy. I only have this piece, the escape pod, but definitely when I was a kid, I spent a lot of time playing with that. That was, my best friend had that. That was a lot of fun. But they did make a remote control crawler. That goes for a lot of money now. And then here's another favorite. This is the Droid Factory. So here with the Droid Factory, you got all the pieces. They don't really show it like toys do now. You got all these pieces and you could create your own droids. So there was like, I think there was a basic R2 in there, but then you could change his legs, you could make other creatures or other robots. This was a lot of hours spent with that. And then of course. So here is the Death Star. Now the irony is, if you see the price here, it's $150. I have one that has a price tag of $20 on it.
I'm almost too choked up to even start talking about this stuff. So, first thing I want to point out is that you know you're at a toy store that is for collectors when they have certain complete sets that they're not willing to part out for the biggest buck. So you'll see a Food Fighter set here that they have a single price on, okay? Which I've not seen this many complete Food Fighters in one place. They've got Rockoids down on the bottom. You come up here, you've got Dukes of Hazzard. Come up even a little bit further, you've got Buck Rogers and you've got Black Hole figures. Or obviously, this is my bread and butter here. So you've got real Ghostbusters, you've got pretty much all the sets, minus the Neon set. What's really cool about these are not only do they have their actual figure, these are complete, 100%. And in the back you can see, so you've got the 4 Ghostbusters from the first set. And if you take a look, when you look in here, you'll see 2 different styles. you'll see one that comes into the center of the backpack and one that comes into the bottom. The one that comes into the center, I believe, is the first run ever. They changed after that. So even just that backpack alone can go for 15, 20 bucks if you have the original one. Come even further, you've got aliens and predators. Very cool. And another thing that I love about a place like this is they don't just have their most expensive stuff in the case. You're looking at some figures here. This is $8, $11, $20, but they love the figures so much that even though they don't have the highest price tag, they put them in a place where they can really get shown off. Exosuit Ripley from Aliens.
Down here, Farpoint has an actual Metlar. So he's got him, and they got him for $100, and these are from the Inhumanoids. So here we have two heroes, and we have these rock guys. These rock guys are actually the warrior heroes that worked with the humans, and they would control, two of these guys here would split, and they would control Metlar. They would stay on either side of it. Years. These are really cool giant monster toys. So here we have really some crazy post Star Wars properties here. So we have the Flash Gordon cartoon TV series. So we've got Ming the Merciless, we've got the Lizard Man, we have, I forget, these are like they're almost like the Morlocks, I forget what the blue ones are. We have Han Zarkov, we have Lion Man, and we have Flash Gordon, all very cool retro figures. Here we have, except for the two Battlestar figures here in the back, the front guys are all Battlestar Galactica original figures. Over here, they're selling, I guess you have to buy the whole set. This is the whole set of Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future. So that's every figure for the line. And they even have, they have Chase, she was like the female member of the crew. So she was a little bit different. I didn't see her really. But these are really, that's the whole line. That's a cool line of figures. $125.
I don't know if it's the Muckman craze that has got this started, but for some reason the Toxic Avenger has been very, very popular lately. He's been hanging with Muckman, they hang out together, they're best friends. But again, this is, I gotta be honest, I think this is the complete set of all of the Toxic Avenger series, one price. Again, they want to make sure that they go to collectors, which, you know, I cannot argue with that whatsoever. So these are the new 52 line. You've got Ultraman, you've got Batgirl back there, Kid Flash, Shazam, which is a great character, Johnny Quick. This is all part of the Crime Syndicate line, okay? But then
you awesome storyline.
Yeah, you even got some old school Batman Dark Warrior figures. So on this one, you'll see you've got Buccaneer Batman, you've got Catwoman, First Mate Robin, Gladiator Batman, the Laughing Man Joker. I mean, these are just really cool lines. I'm gonna be honest, I don't collect this, but I don't see these anywhere. Like, this is one of those
I've
ones,
never heard of them.
This is one of those ones that came out in between, and again, you just don't see it. You've got a Watchmen figure, which are getting more and more popular. They may actually have a complete line of the Dark Warrior Batmans here, which would make me, again, have to think about what I'm buying before I leave.
There's a Parademon up there.
Yeah, that's actually a real pricey figure. $40 is a great price for him. There's so much in that. This one I love. Okay, you have the Hush Batman, so there's a variant of this, which actually has Jason Todd's head. This is, they don't even have a price on it. I'd pay, oh, yes they do. Come on. I almost vomited. This is a $22. Are you kidding me? This is Red Lantern, Cyborg, Superman. Like, I don't even want to put it down.
Don't put it down.
Oh, I'm going to put it down. Believe me, anybody comes near me, we're going to fight. Real quick sweep up here. This is the 13-inch Deluxe figure pack line, and they have these all really well priced. Harley, Two-Face, Catwoman, Joker, they did a Batman, they have also Flash. That's really good. Flash seems to be on the cheapest side of that. And then you bump right into the Marvel Toy Biz line. I'm gonna assume that we could, again, just dig in here for a while. but I'm seeing everything from first wave through the last waves of the 90s stuff. Ghost Rider figures, again, you don't see these all the time. These are bad guys, which sometimes you can find less of, and they all have these really cool pop 3D, not 3D, glow-in-the-dark pieces, which were always really, really fun. Fantastic Four, this is a kind of underappreciated line. Marvel Legends, okay. They've got the X-Men, they even have new Avengers here. So let's, for the hell of it, see. $22.99. So for their own store, making $3. I think that's pretty good. And I think I see a complete wave here, which my guess would be, knowing these guys, they have another one in the back. They've got the Marvel Select Red Hulk, which is just a beast of a figure down there. And then you hit this kind of hodgepodge, super cool. I'll start at the top and let Bob hit the bottom, because we were geeking out while Evan was doing some B-roll. So you've got some Build-A-Figures up here, okay? But mixed in there like that, they're not even selling that, okay? They just genuinely like what they have and they're showing it off. That's the Statue of Liberty from the first X-Men movie. You've got Build-A-Figure, just mixed in here. You've got, this is from the 90s Spider-Man, when he turned into the spider. You drop down into here, I see a Bishop that I have to buy, but just various, like a mixture of Marvel Legends, some new Legends, some old Legends, but you can see, like, everything's posed. You know what I mean? It's not like, hey, let's just sell this. It's let's have some fun while we're doing it, which, you know, you just really, really kind of appreciate. Pop down one more time, another mix, Legends. $15 for this Wolverine, okay? This is a $25, $30 figure all day in my book. They've got the newer Fantastic Four figures, but they even have some of the older ones mixed in here as well.
So what you're looking at here is the Secret Wars figures, the majority of them. There are some Toy Biz figures mixed in here from the original line around 89 when Toy Biz hit it off with the Batman figures. They started hitting us with Daredevil, Thor, there's a Hulk there, comes with a boulder, Spider-Man that actually had one suction cup for his hand so he can stick to things. Doc Ock is in the back here. He's got 2 suction cups at the bottom, then he has 2 that pinch. But, you know, that's 90s nostalgia right here. If you roll it, there's even an Iron Man up here that has parts that come off. If you roll it all the way back to the realm of the Secret Wars when Marvel had that huge meeting of all of its characters.
Is it one of the first major crossovers?
I think it's one of the ones that crossed every book. I think it may be the first one that crossed every book. But Mattel got the rights and they put out a Wolverine, there's a black costume Spidey, we have Baron Zemo, who just looking at the price of $60 makes me regret that I ever opened it. Cap, Iron Man, Kang, we have Doc Ock here, who looks to be in, he's got all of his legs. That's a hard figure to get all of his legs on because they would break right off. They were just a very little thing, little rubber thing that was held them in. But this right here is the Doom Roller, $13.99 for the Doom Roller. That is awesome. But there's for some reason, Dr. Doom had all the toys. Doom Cycle. We have Doom's Castle over here. There's a Doom right here. He doesn't even have a cape. He's
what
just
sounds cooler than
so
Doom?
Incredibly badass. But each figure came with a shield that had a little thing that you could bend, and it would reveal something about the character, what they really look like, maybe a little adventure story that you could play out as a kid. That's fantastic. These are great. I mean, if you like this old school stuff, this is where you want to come, because I've never seen a complete Doom Cycle, especially this part. You always find the ship, but never the whole thing. And then the Doom Cycle alone, Cap had a motorcycle. Don't see that here, but the Doom Cycle is just super evil looking. It's purple, and it's incredible.
Purple, the color of evil.
Yeah, exactly. You know, obviously, this is purple too.
Let's go. What do you, I got Rebel Transport? Why is it so exciting? He crying? Again? Really? Which one now? Both?
This is the original. Oh my god, it's an Empire box. It's not even a Star Wars box. So this is the original Sand Trooper like transport ship. Then they re-released it for Empire for like a snow mode. This one talked, this one did not talk. These are both really, like, this is the expanded universe stuff that George Lucas, when they proposed the idea to him of these things that were off camera, he was like, yes. And it was, I think he was yes for the money, but it was world building. It gave you an extra toy, and this was like, you could push it on the ground. And then come up here. So, this is the cardboard Death Star that you could get. I'm not sure, but I think it might have been a European only release, but I've never actually held one, so I'm trying not to freak out here. But the cardboard is a lot thicker than I thought it was going to be. But you know, you get like stormtrooper guards here. You have the long walkway for them. You have like, they kind of made like extra dimensions to it, that maybe there were troopers down here. It looks like this kind of divides this. So here we have the trash compactor, and you ready for this? Boom. That is awesome, right? And this is a toy from 1979. And you know, we have doors, we have a trash compactor chute that the figure actually slides down into there. And now these are just repurposed X-wing, I don't know, pylons, guns, whatever. But I've never actually held one of these. It's really, really neat. That's, you know, when you're talking like people who are diehard collectors, this is on the Grail list for a lot of people. This is a really nice piece, and it's a good shape. I mean, it's almost as old as I am, which is really kind of freaky. Here's another one of those mini rigs. $8.99 for the mini rig. Now I think it's missing its wing pieces that go over here on the sides. Here's another mini rig. Now here, $8.99 for this one, not complete. This one, $32.99. It's a mini little sail barge. Very neat. Oh, and this here is one of my, to actually get one in a box. Now this is the vehicle from Droids, and it's called the Side Gunner. So this is another one of those weird little vehicles that they made for the cartoon series. So this has been on my, like, every time I go to a toy show, I always find an okay one, but to get one in the box, that's woo. And then here we have more of the Droids figures.
Hey, there's a KB sticker on it too.
I know, I saw that. Here we have more of the Droids figures. They don't even have prices on them because they are on the card with the coin. Now,
are you gonna be sick? You sound like you're about to be sick.
Yeah, I got a little bit like too much here. MJ went through here, and I'm sorry that I missed it, but here we have, now we have the black hole. You have to buy the whole set. Okay, the whole set is $150. I thought just thought Maximilian from Black Hole was $150, but you get the whole set of all the black hole figures, which is, you don't expect to see the whole set anywhere. You might find one, you might find Vincent or Maximilian, but next to it we also have the Mork and minifigure, which comes with, he even has the Mork in the egg, and that was his spaceship. We go down a little bit lower, we have Raiders of the Lost Ark figures here. There's Belloc, who is the mail-away figure in the ceremonial outfit. We have Belloc, we have Tote, we have the German mechanic, and we have the swordsman. That's a really nice collection right there of figures. And then over here, we have an interesting mix. We have Clash of the Titans figures. We have Perseus, we have, I forget the name of the guard, so forgive me, and then we have Charon, who navigates the River of Death. But then below it, we have
heuristics.
Thank you. We have two of the 18 figures. We have Hannibal and Murdoch. And the thing about these figures is only their face look like, not face the character, only the faces of the actual action figures look like the characters. The rest was like this weird like jumpsuit they put them in. But then we have another Boss Hog, and it looks like a Luke Duke from the Dukes of Hazzard. So not only do we have a full set over here of Uncle Jesse and Daisy and the rest of the characters, but here we have two loose ones. So some really neat collections here. If you keep diving deeper and deeper, I think we could literally spend an hour here. They did a full run of Han Solo guns, so that was easy to get for Kenner, and they also did some lightsabers that blew up, like you put air in them, or then some that made the noise. But the Biker Scout gun you could see through the thing. It made that noise. $200 with the box, easy, hands down. That is a good deal. You're not going to find that anywhere else. This is as vintage as Star Wars as you can get. It's fantastic, and it looks like it's been played with, but I think at this point it's older than you, Evan, and it's totally worth it. You're not worth it, Evan, but this gun is worth it.
Rude.
I know, rude.
We were done. But now we're back.
I thought we were done, but we came across Cobra Commander here inside the lobby.
I saw him.
As you walk in, and it looks like this is been printed.
Yeah, it's 3D print.
This is 3D printed. This is Cobra Commander's gun. The cool part was with this toy was that the gun actually attached to the back of the character, so it would sit in there.
Like it was duct taped to his back, like he had
Never
planned.
quite understood the point of this gun because it's definitely a laser blaster, but
Let me see.
very, very neat. Definitely a unique item, and 3D printing is probably going to bring back a lot of
Old toys.
toys that we never had that we always wanted. Because if I would have had this as a kid, oh, forget it. My dad used to make Star Wars guns out of wood, and we just paint them black. He had a mold, use a jigsaw, cut them out, hand them to us, have those for weeks. They break, you still make 3 4 new ones.
Okay, I'm about to run out of battery, so I'm gonna turn it off. You can geek out. You can geek out privately.
We're not going to do G.I. Joes, but dear.